Hi there and welcome. I'm Kate and today I'm gonna teach you 15 English idioms that will help you to sound more fluent and understand native English speakers better. These are really useful idioms which people use very often. Now grab your notebook and a pen and let's get started. Idiom number 1. The ball is in your court.
The ball's in your court. Are you going to vote?
The ball is in your court. I invite you to call the number on your screen.
Now the ball is really in your court.
It means it's your turn to take action or make a decision. Let's say two friends, Jack and Sarah, are planning a weekend trip together. Jack has suggested several destinations and activities, but Sarah hasn't made a decision yet. Finally, Jack says to Sarah, "Well, I've given you all my ideas for the trip. Now the ball is in your court. What do you think we should do?" Another example, "I've presented my proposal. Now the ball is in your court to approve it." Idiom number 2, turn a blind eye, meaning to ignore or disregard something.
Should anyone turn a blind eye to some of the atrocities?
Some nations may be able to turn a blind eye to atrocities in other countries.
We could talk about how we turn a blind eye when our policies perpetuate racial inequity.
We want to turn a blind eye to all those injustices.
Let's say you're a teacher and you catch one of your students cheating on a test. However, you are aware that the student is going through a difficult time at home and you don't want to add to their stress by reporting the incident. So you decide to turn a blind eye to the cheating and not take any action against the student. In this situation, you might say, "I know that cheating is wrong, but I decided to turn a blind eye to it this time because I didn't want to add to the student's stress." Another example, "I know you don't agree with the policy, but for now, you need to turn a blind eye and follow it." Idiom number 3, kick the can down the road. It means to postpone a decision.
To confront threats rather than kick the can down the road.
In other words, they're planning to kick the can down the road.
The further we kick the can down the road and avoid these conversations.
I know people like to kick the can down the road and procrastinate on.
When a person is avoiding dealing with a difficult problem or decision by postponing it for a later time. For example, imagine a manager who is aware of an issue in the workplace that needs to be addressed. But instead of addressing it, they decide to delay taking action until after their upcoming vacation. In this situation, someone might say that the manager is kicking the can down the road by putting off the problem rather than dealing with it immediately. This phrase implies that delaying action may make the problem worse or more difficult to solve in the long run. Expression number 4, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
A picture is worth 1,000 words.
That picture is worth 1,000 words.
A picture is worth 1,000 words.
I think that a picture is worth 1,000 words, right?
Meaning a picture can tell a story better than words. For example, "I know you want to explain the process, but a picture is worth 1,000 words. Why don't you just draw a diagram?" The next one is bite the bullet. It means to face a difficult situation bravely, with no fear.
Or you have to bite the bullet and go to a hearing clinic.
But I was willing to do it. I was going to bite the bullet and do it.
I had to just bite the bullet and just let it go.
I'm just going to bite the bullet and reshape the butter block.
So I am going to bite the bullet and go for it today.
One situation where someone might say bite the bullet is when a person is facing a difficult or painful task that they must complete. For example, imagine a student who has been struggling with a particular subject in school and needs to spend extra time studying to catch up. The student may not want to spend their free time studying, but they know it's necessary to achieve their goals. In this situation, someone might tell the student to bite the bullet and just get started with their studies, even though it may be uncomfortable or difficult at first. Another example. I know giving this presentation is nerve-wracking, but you need to bite the bullet and do your best. The next one is bend over backwards.
Everybody will bend over backwards and more so to make sure that's clear.
We bend over backwards to shower our pitas with love.
But bend over backwards to not change their minds.
To bend over backwards to avoid any controversy.
It means to make a great effort to accommodate or please someone. Let me give you an example. When my best friend needed help moving to a new apartment, I bent over backwards to help her. I took the day off from work, rented a moving truck, and helped pack up all of my friend's things. In this situation, bend over backwards means that I did everything I could to make the move as easy and stress-free as possible. The next one is call it a day. It means to stop working or end an activity for the day.
Are you going to adopt a couple cats and call it a day?
Moon, or whether we're going to call it a day.
Anything else, or should we call it a day?
Imagine a situation. After a long day of painting the living room, you and your friend are both tired and hungry. You've been working on it for hours and you've made a lot of progress, but there is still more to do. However, you realize that you're both getting too tired to continue working effectively and that you've made enough progress for one day. You turn to your friend and say, "Let's call it a day. We can finish up tomorrow." The next idiom is cost an arm and a leg.
Not only do air fresheners cost an arm and a leg up front,
Pirates would be a good idea if it didn't cost an arm and a leg.
It is going to cost an arm and a leg and even more.
Instead of purchasing a fancy room divider that may cost an arm and a leg.
And when you lose it, it won't cost an arm and a leg.
This means something is very expensive. For example, I can't afford that car. It would cost an arm and a leg. Do you have anything that costs an arm and a leg? Let me know in the comments. The next one is go the extra mile. It means to do more than it's required or expected. For example, I appreciate you going the extra mile to finish the project on time.
PAC parents and families are prepared to go the extra mile.
One who's willing to work hard and go the extra mile.
And why you might want to go the extra mile and go from lie spotting.
And to go the extra mile to help the company succeed.
Let's imagine that you are a college student and you have a big project in 2 weeks. While working on the project, you realize that there is an additional piece of research that you could do to make your project even stronger. Although it's not required and it will take extra time and effort to complete, you decide to go the extra mile and do this additional research. You say to yourself, I know it's not required, but if I go the extra mile and do this research, it will really make my project stand out. Throw in the towel is an idiom that means to give up on something, usually after having tried for a long time and being unsuccessful.
Why are you ready to throw in the towel in this company?
Then you're more likely to throw in the towel.
After 6 years of bloodshed, the British throw in the towel.
But do you want to throw in the towel when it's painful?
Here is an example situation where you could use the phrase. You have been training for a marathon for months, but you've been struggling with a knee injury that has been getting worse. Despite your best efforts, you've been unable to heal the injury, and it's now clear that you won't be able to participate in the marathon. Feeling defeated, you turn to your friend and say, I've tried everything I can to heal my knee, but it's just not getting better. I think it's time to throw in the towel and accept that I won't be able to run the marathon. By saying this, you mean that you have decided to give up on your goal because you believe it's no longer possible or realistic. The next one is put all your eggs in one basket.
Don't 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 put all of your eggs in one basket.
It means to concentrate all your your resources or efforts on one thing. Let's say you are considering investing all of your savings into a single stock that you think will perform well in the market. You know that investing in a single stock is risky and could result in losing all your money if the stock performs poorly. However, you are confident in your research and believe that this is the best investment opportunity available. In this situation, someone might warn you by saying, "Be careful not to put all your eggs in one basket. Investing all your savings into a single stock is very risky." The next one is a dime a dozen. It's an idiom that means something is common and easy to find, often without much value or quality.
Investors know that ideas are a dime a dozen.
They're a dime a dozen on this planet.
And pencil-pushing theorists are a dime a dozen.
Ridiculous, but they're a dime a dozen. That's an exaggeration.
Remember, ideas are a dime a dozen.
Imagine a situation. You're shopping for a new pair of sunglasses and you visit a store that has a large selection of inexpensive sunglasses. As you browse through the selection, you notice that many of the sunglasses look similar to each other and are not particularly high quality. You turn to your friend and say, "These sunglasses are a dime a dozen. They all look the same and I don't think any of them are worth the price." By saying this, you're indicating that the sunglasses in the store are common and easy to find, but they're not particularly valuable or unique. The next expression is, "The proof of the pudding is in the eating."
The proof of the pudding's in the eating. Look what happened December 9th.
The proof of the pudding's in the eating, but I have no doubt.
The proof of the pudding is in the eating.
Meaning the true worth of something can only be determined by testing it or using it. Let's say you're considering buying a new car and you've done a lot of research on different makes and models. You've read reviews, looked at specifications, and talked to salespeople, but you're still not sure which car is the best choice for you. At this point, a friend offers to let you test drive their car, which is the same model you're considering. You take the car for a spin and find that it handles well, is comfortable to drive, and has all the features you're looking for. After the test drive, you turn to your friend and say, "The proof of the pudding is in the eating. I wasn't sure which car to choose, but after driving yours, I'm convinced that this is the right choice for me." By saying this, you mean that you have found the real value or quality of the car by experiencing it by yourself. You've gone beyond just reading about the car or talking to salespeople and have actually tried it out to see how it works. The next one is a taste of your own medicine, meaning to experience the same thing that one has inflicted on others.
So I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine. I'm gonna switch it up.
That, my friend, is called a taste of your own medicine.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine. We're gonna shake it up.
For example, "I know you love playing pranks, but be careful, you might get a taste of your own medicine." And the last but not the least is, "Let the cat out of the bag," means to reveal a secret or confidential information.
They let the cat out of the bag and way too early.
Now, I know you don't want to let the cat out of the bag before the speech, but
since we let the cat out of the bag.
No, I kind of have to let the cat out of the bag.
Inadvertently let the cat out of the bag.
Let's say your friend is planning a surprise party for their sister's birthday. You're also invited to the party, and your friend has asked you to keep it a secret from their sister until the day of the party. However, while having a conversation with the sister, you accidentally mention the party and reveal the surprise. Your friend might say to you, "Oh no, you let the cat out of the bag. Now the surprise is ruined." Now let's practice what you've learned today. Please write a couple of sentences using these idioms. It's a great way to improve your writing and remember new words. I hope these idioms help to expand your knowledge of American English. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section below this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you'll have a wonderful week. See you next time.